Hey guys, welcome to a new series called 3 Week SaaS, in which I build a full software as a service product in 3 weeks or less. And by full product, I mean full product. This is not just a little project that I create and then abandon afterwards. This is a full frantic product that you can use indefinitely. So I'm going to record and detail my process going from just a name and a logo to a full launch. I invite you to follow along and build a product of your own, and if you do happen to build a product of your own, let me know in the comments. I do read them. Anyways, this was week 1. Let's get into it. Okay, today is June 3rd, 2024. This is day 1. Today, I think it's gonna be all meta setup. That means stuff like figuring out a name, buying a domain, drawing up a logo, and maybe if we got time I can squeeze in working on a landing page. So I have already come up with the name, but what I would use is ChatGPT to create both an itinerary or a schedule or whatever and a name. So okay, so here you would say what your product is if you were following this challenge with me. So I'm going to say my product is a tool that lets the recorded okay, let's see what it spits out. Now I already have a schedule planned, but this is pretty good for this little information that I gave it. Now you should probably detail it more. For ChatGPT, it'll make a better output for you, but even just how it is now, it's pretty good output. If you were looking for a name still, I'm not, but if you were looking for a name, you could also ask ChatGPT. I would refine your prompt here because it can spit out some pretty corny sounding names, so like, could you generate some names for this? Yeah, see, it spits out very, how should I say this nicely, shitty names. The only one that I would like here is this one. I kind of like that one, but you're gonna want to give it like a certain style. So like, can you give me names that are one word and good for SEO? Kind of. It's still not making it one word, so see, these are way better. You just have to kind of keep going and refine that prompt until you find something you like. Now what I did is I used Namecheap's beast mode functionality or feature, and you can put in a bunch of keywords. So if ChatGPT spits out a bunch of names that you like, you can put those in, find the TLDs you want, search them, and it Namecheap, and find if that domain's available or not. So if we scroll down, you see there's a bunch of domains. Some are taken, some aren't. Now this is the final name that I settled on, Make the Docs. So I'm going to go on my registrar choice and buy the domain I want. Okay, we're here on Cloudflare, which is my registrar. I like Cloudflare because it's cheap. So I'm going to type in makethedocs.com. Okay, and I'm just going to buy the domain. Okay, and now it's registered. Now, before I go working on a landing page, I'm going to work on a logo. So a good way that I like to get inspiration is using some AI image generator and then making my own logo using that inspiration. So go into Gemini, which I like for logo generation. It does it better than something like Microsoft Copilot does. And these were some logos that I generated. Not great, but that's why you do it yourself using this inspiration. if you pull a logo straight from Gemini or whatever image generator you're using, it's gonna look really bad on you because you're using AI generated stuff, and nowadays that is not exactly the best thing to do when you're trying to make a product that people are putting money into. But you're free to take this inspiration and go into your design app of choice. I create a new file, create a new frame, and I'm gonna go and make a logo. Okay, I made this in like 10 minutes. It's not great. I will probably edit it at some point in the future, but this is the logo that I came up with. Okay, I changed it a little bit. This is the final logo. Okay, we got domain, name, and logo done. Now let's move on to building a landing page. Should be pretty quick. Okay, so I'm using Framer to design the landing page. And there's 3 options you could do. You could choose a template from Framer and buy it, do everything yourself in Framer, or you could use Framer's no-code SaaS UI website kit. And this is completely free. You can just modify everything in it or do it yourself, and it's really, really cool and powerful. They pretty much give you the assets in the kit and a few example pages. You can either edit the pages to your liking or use all the assets in the kit in your own website. And it's non-copyright and all that stuff, so really cool. Thanks, Framer. Anyways, I'm gonna get started on this. Be right back. Welcome back, guys. This is day 2 of the 3-week SaaS, and I didn't get that much time to work today, but I did finish the landing page. So this is using Framer's SaaS web dev kit or something, whatever it's called. This is more or less what it's gonna look like. I may change it a little bit. As you can see, I did change the logo, but anyways, this is the landing page. I've made this little graphic since the UI, it would be here, but of course it's not done yet. This pricing especially might change. I haven't settled on it completely yet. And the feature set might change as well, because I can only develop so much in what's now more or less 2.5 weeks. And that's it for the design part of the landing page. Okay, welcome back to the today authentication with Supabase is SaaS UI by Ilko Bersima. Huge shout out. Please go check it out. Great library, great guy, and maybe buy the pro version. Anyways, that's it for today. Tomorrow I'm going to work on most of the dashboard, and hopefully I can get most of it done before I work on the back end, which should be later this week. It is Saturday, so it's day 5 today. I just haven't gotten around to working on Lake the Dogs Thursday and Friday. Okay, I have to be kind of quiet because it's late at night right now. But I got most of the front end done for the homepage. The past generations page should be pretty easy, and I'll probably finish that tomorrow. But this is just the front end. It doesn't work. It's just pretty much just buttons and boxes that do nothing and look pretty. So yeah, that was Saturday. Hey, what's up? This is day 6 of the 3-week SaaS challenge. Today I started working on the back end as well as finishing up the front end. But I've been having a bit of an issue with the SDK for the AI model I'm using. I'm using Google Gemini because it's cheap and has multimodal video support. So I've been trying to use that model, but when trying to upload a video with the stack that I'm using, which is like NextJS, since I'm pretty sure Chakra UI can only be used client side, don't quote me on that, I don't think I'll be able to upload videos in the traditional sense to this model, and that is because of this error that I'm getting. It's constantly been saying can't resolve FS, and so this FS package that is supposedly missing is not missing in fact, but it thinks it's running on the client, which as far as I know it shouldn't be. It should be running on the server because my component that does all the file uploading and generation and stuff does not have a use client directive on it. I don't know if that's still making it run on the client or not. I'll have to do some more digging tomorrow. But if I'm not able to get it to work, then I have another idea, which is upload the file to S3, Amazon S3, have that operation return a pre-signed URL, and then the Gemini SDK will get that pre-signed URL, and then Gemini can pull that video down from the pre-signed URL in S3, and then once everything's generated, there's going to be a 12-hour life cycle process that will delete the file from S3 so that I don't have to store this stuff forever. But that's really complicated, or it sounds really complicated, but I know what I'm doing, and I'd really like to not have to do that if I can figure out a way to get this to work. With this can't find FS error, I've also read that it could be something with the browser and Webpack, and that I really don't want to mess with. And I'd rather just do the janky S3 solution if it came down to that. But anyways, that was Sunday. Okay, this is Monday, day 7 of the 3-week SaaS challenge. This is going to be like an earlier clip. It's about noon, and I think I've decided to go with the S3 option simply because I know more about it, and it'll be a lot easier for me, and I'd like to stick with what I know when developing an MVP as quickly as this. Okay, so if you didn't know, I'm AWS certified. I've always done solution architecture and all that stuff. Anyways, I'm not the greatest with NextJS and all these API routes, and so I'd like to do what I can with AWS, and it won't incur much costs on me, but it will be a lot slower, which I think is okay to give up for now until I can push an update after launch. I'm going to have the client-side component upload the video to S3 and then generate like an authorized link or something like that. In S3 we'll return that link back, and then we'll give that link to the Google generative AI component thing. We'll give that URI to Google generative AI component when we generate our response, and then theoretically Gemini should be able to visit the link, see the video, and it should be okay. I'm just realizing now I'm gonna have to make this public. I'm gonna have to make that bucket public. Anyways, I'll come back later tonight and see if it went well. Probably won't, but whatever. Okay, it's like 11 o'clock, still Monday, but I still cannot figure out this issue. So what I've tried so far has I've tried uploading the video to a custom API endpoint with like NextJS API routes. That didn't work. I couldn't figure out how to like get the form, because it was like form data, and I couldn't figure out how to get extract the video out of the form data. I tried uploading the video to S3, having a pre-signed URL come back, and then putting that pre-signed URL into Gemini. That didn't work, and that's particularly interesting because I believe that Google is blocking any media domain that isn't storage.googleapis.com or whatever
domain that files are hosted on when you use the Google AI file manager package and upload some media. I assume it's on that googleapis.com domain. So I believe that they're like blocking any domain that's not on there because I was hosting it on S3. So as far as I know, that's not gonna work. And really, I'm out of options unless I can figure out some other jank ass way to fix it. But honestly, I'm tired right now. I don't want to stay up any later than what it is right now. It's like 11:15. But I did create a forum post on google.dev trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. Could it be my fault? Probably. But I really don't have the time to spend trying to fix this this really weird, it's not an error, but it's more like a issue that I'm having. Tomorrow I'm gonna try doing the same thing as like uploading to S3, but I'm gonna try and do it on Google Cloud Storage in GCP, see if that helps. I'm not sure if it will. But regardless, I'm gonna have to figure out something, or else this entire plan will just falter and it'll all come crashing down. Anyways, that was Monday.
And that was week 1. Make sure to stay tuned for week 2. We'll see if I finally fix my problem with the Google generative AI file upload thing and how I do fix it. So anyways, stay frantic.